So I know this is not the best quality video, but I hope it's one of many. So I want to talk a little bit about Kanye West and what's going on with the paradigm shift. I'm a lawn care owner. I own a lawn care business. I talked to one of my customers about 2 hours ago or so, and he was talking about how the importance of a paradigm shift is not simply getting one person to stand up, but it's the continuation of the idea. And this is what's interesting about Kanye. I'm personally not a big fan of his music, but I can respect his quality of music. I can respect the effort that he puts in. I can respect the discipline that he puts into the music that he puts forth. But for me, it's more about the fact that I really appreciate his decision to pursue freedom of thought, his decision to pursue freedom of perspective. And what's happening with Kanye right now is he's a crack in the dam. And I mean, you may have heard of Chance the Rapper, who I have no idea who that guy is. I don't know who Chance the Rapper is, but there's a buildup happening, and Chance the Rapper and other people are starting to come forth, and I personally believe that we're going to see a massive breakthrough. We're going to see a massive dam break whenever it comes to minorities in support of Trump, minorities standing behind the Make America Great Again movement. They're going to cast off the mainstream media's perception. And in casting off that mainstream media's perception, we're going to see essentially a red pill moment for minorities. And more and more minorities are going to come into this realization that the Democratic Party is holding them down. The Democratic Party is seeking to use them as pawns, is seeking to simply gain their vote while giving them nothing. Whereas the Republicans / in my opinion, we're seeing a largely Republican libertarian movement come about, where we don't care about what you do as long as it does not hurt us. And so we're going to see that shift starting to happen over the next year or two. And it's going to be quite an amazing thing to watch. But I believe that Kanye West is a crack in the dam that's going to start the momentum flowing. I'm not opposed to changing my opinion, but this is where I stand right now. That we're going to start seeing a shift. But the key thing to seeing a shift is that we have to see a shift not simply with an idea of a person, such as Kanye West, but we have to see a shift whenever it comes to an idea of consciousness, in a sense, a realization. We have to start seeing more people than just Kanye West. We need to see people like Thomas Sowell, or it's either Soul or Scholl. We need to see people like him start being brought into the mainstream. He's an individual who's been very outspoken against the welfare society that is in the minority communities. But we need to see people like him brought into the light. We need to see minority communities promoting psychology figures, promoting economic figures. We need to see more than simply a pop star to bring about this shift. I'm praying and I'm hoping that Kanye is part of that shift that's going to happen. I hope that he's the crack that breaks a dam, but don't pin all your hopes on him. For those of you out here wanting to see a shift in the minority community, we're not simply looking for Kanye West to create that shift. we're looking for other people in the minority community to step out. And not people like me. I'm 1/4 Spanish, or 1/8, depending on how you do the math. But I don't count. Not somebody like me, not somebody that looks white. We're looking for people that actually have that minority status to shatter the mainstream perspective upon what's going on. People like Candace Owens, who Kanye has cited. But I can't stress this enough. We're not looking for Jordan Peterson to shift the minority community. We're looking for people who reflect Jordan Peterson's ideas to shift the minority community. And if we can do that, they'll actually be able to rise themselves up or raise themselves up. They'll be able to break out of the bonds that they've been put in by the Democratic Party. We need to shatter the bonds of the Democratic Party. But it's not on people like me, white. Well, even though I'm mostly white. But anyway, it's not on people like me. They have to stand up for themselves. The minority community has to stand up for themselves and bring apart this shift. I hope I've been coherent in my thoughts tonight. Grace be with you.